Build muscle after 75. This fruit protein 1000x better than eggs. It's time to challenge a fundamental assumption about protein intake, especially for those navigating the journey of aging. For years, eggs have been lauded as the go-to protein source, a breakfast staple, and a symbol of healthy eating. Yet, a crucial piece of the puzzle remains largely unspoken, a truth that could profoundly impact the strength and vitality of individuals over 75. While the notion of rethinking daily egg consumption might sound counterintuitive coming from a health-focused perspective, the reality for aging muscles is far more nuanced than simply counting grams of protein. The core issue isn't always the quantity of protein consumed, but rather the aging muscle's capacity to actually respond to it and utilize it effectively. This is where a revolutionary understanding begins to emerge, revealing that after the age of 75, your muscles undergo a significant physiological shift, meaning they no longer interact with protein in the same way they did at 50. You could be diligently consuming 2 or even 3 eggs every morning, yet still experience a slow, insidious decline in strength, month after month, year after year. This phenomenon is rooted in what scientists refer to as anabolic resistance. As we advance past our mid-70s, this resistance strengthens, effectively dulling the activation signal that protein sends to your muscle fibers. Imagine trying to open a stubborn door. What once required a gentle push now demands a much more powerful activation to yield any meaningful response. While eggs unquestionably provide high-quality protein, their nutritional profile alone does not adequately address the complex inflammatory environment, the reduced blood flow, and the weakened nutrient signaling pathways that invariably develop in later decades. These age-related changes create a biological blockade, hindering your muscle cells from fully absorbing and utilizing the protein for repair and growth. It's not just about providing the raw building blocks, it's about creating the optimal cellular environment where those blocks can actually be put to use. A groundbreaking 2023 study published in a leading aging nutrition journal illuminated this critical distinction. Researchers observed adults over 75 who incorporated specific high-impact fruits alongside traditional protein sources, comparing their progress to a control group relying solely on conventional proteins like eggs, chicken, or dairy. The findings were nothing short of remarkable. Those who combined protein with these targeted fruits experienced significantly greater lean muscle mass gains over a 12-week period. This wasn't a minor, statistically insignificant difference observable only under laboratory conditions. We are talking about tangible, visible, and functionally superior muscle development. Participants demonstrated improved ability to rise from chairs with greater ease and speed, enhanced balance stability, and a measurable increase in grip strength, improvements so profound that their medical doctors could objectively quantify them. As a surgeon who has reviewed countless scans of older adults, I've witnessed firsthand the disheartening reality of muscle atrophy, where individuals, despite consuming what was considered ample protein, still exhibited a year-on-year shrinkage in muscle size. This underscores the pivotal message: the efficacy of your protein intake after 75 is profoundly influenced by whether your aging muscle cells are truly capable of responding to it. Here is where the narrative takes a surprising turn. Certain fruits possess unique bioactive compounds that act as powerful facilitators. They enhance muscle protein signaling pathways, improve vital circulation to muscle tissue, and actively reduce the low-grade chronic inflammation, dubbed inflammaging, that otherwise acts as a significant barrier to muscle growth and repair. When these particular fruits are strategically paired with protein, they create a synergistic effect, amplifying the muscle-building response in a way that eggs alone simply cannot accomplish after the age of 75. The forthcoming insights will unveil 5 such fruits, each capable of unlocking dormant muscle growth pathways in adults over 75. These have been carefully ranked, not just by protein content, but by their overall transformative impact on aging muscles, from the least powerful to the most profound. Stay with us, as the second fruit on this list activates a key cellular switch directly linked to muscle preservation in advanced age, and the scientific data supporting its efficacy genuinely astonished many researchers. All detailed scientific references underpinning these revelations are readily available in the description for further exploration. As we embark on this journey of discovery, consider for a moment your own vitality. How old are you today? And do you perceive yourself as stronger or weaker than you were just 2 years ago? Reflect on these questions as they frame the very essence of why this information is so vital for maintaining independence and quality of life. Jackfruit. Let's commence with a fruit that, while seemingly ordinary to the uninitiated, quietly possesses an extraordinary ability to enhance how your muscles respond to every single gram of protein you consume. Jackfruit, a colossal tropical fruit, remains largely unknown to most, which is truly a missed opportunity. It stands as one of nature's most potent plant-based protein sources, offering a sustainable and highly beneficial alternative for aging bodies. A single cup of jackfruit provides nearly 3 grams of protein. While this figure might not immediately impress on its own, its true brilliance for anyone over 75 lies in its comprehensive nutritional profile. Jackfruit contains all the essential amino acids necessary to trigger muscle protein synthesis, making it a complete protein, a rarity in the plant kingdom. A significant 2022 study published in the International Journal of Food Sciences underscored this point, revealing that the specific amino acid profile of jackfruit remarkably mirrors that found in animal-based proteins. This discovery is particularly incredible given jackfruit's plant origin, making it an invaluable asset for those seeking to reduce animal product consumption or for individuals whose digestive systems might find animal proteins harder to process with age. Beyond its impressive protein structure, jackfruit delivers this vital nutrient alongside a powerful entourage of potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6. These 3 micronutrients are critically important for aging muscles, yet they are often deficient in the diets of older adults. Potassium plays a pivotal role in maintaining robust muscle contraction and preventing the unwelcome and often painful cramps that can disrupt sleep or daily activities. Magnesium acts as a natural muscle relaxant, crucial for post-activity recovery, even after gentle movements like walking to the mailbox. It also supports numerous enzymatic reactions, including those involved in energy production within muscle cells, helping to combat fatigue. Vitamin B6, often overlooked, is the unsung hero that facilitates the actual conversion of dietary protein into usable muscle tissue. Without adequate B6, even the most generous protein intake can simply pass through your system largely unutilized, rendering your efforts ineffective. Researchers at the University of Sydney conducted a study demonstrating that older adults who regularly consumed jackfruit exhibited a remarkable 14% improvement in grip strength over a 6-month period when compared to a control group. Grip strength is not merely a measure of hand power. It is recognized as one of the single most important predictors of overall longevity and functional independence in seniors, reflecting general muscular health and vitality. For many, the question then arises, how does one actually incorporate jackfruit into their diet to reap these profound benefits? Fortunately, preparing jackfruit is simpler than its exotic nature might suggest. Canned young jackfruit is now widely available in most grocery stores, typically found in the international foods aisle. The young variety has a mild flavor and a unique fibrous texture that, once cooked, surprisingly resembles pulled chicken or pork, making it an excellent plant-based substitute in many dishes. The easiest preparation involves draining the can, thoroughly patting the pieces dry to remove excess moisture, and then sautéing them in a pan with a touch of olive oil, minced garlic, and your preferred seasonings. Within approximately 10 minutes, you can create a warm, savory, and protein-rich meal that your muscles will undoubtedly appreciate. This versatile base can be used in tacos, sandwiches, stir-fries, or simply enjoyed as a standalone side dish. For those who prefer a sweeter profile, chunks of ripe jackfruit can be added to your morning smoothie. The ripe version is naturally sweet and blends harmoniously with ingredients like banana and almond milk, offering a protein-packed breakfast that can be prepared in under 2 minutes. Consistency is paramount to observing real changes in muscle feel and performance, so aim for at least 3 servings per week. To maximize nutrient absorption, pair your jackfruit with a source of vitamin C, such as a squeeze of lemon juice. Nutritional research from Cornell University indicates that vitamin C can enhance the bioavailability of plant proteins by up to 30%, further boosting jackfruit's muscle-building potential. Guava. While jackfruit offers an excellent introduction to the power of tropical fruits for muscle health, the next fruit on our list elevates the game even further, boasting a superior protein density and a formidable secret weapon against muscle inflammation. If any single fruit deserves the title of a complete muscle-building package specifically tailored for seniors, it is unequivocally guava. The scientific insights underpinning the benefits of this tropical gem are truly staggering. A single guava fruit contains over 4 grams of protein, positioning it as one of the highest protein fruits on the entire planet. When you consider that a whole egg provides approximately 6 grams of protein, the gram-for-gram efficiency of this seemingly humble fruit becomes remarkably impressive, especially when factoring in its additional nutrient benefits. However, it is not merely guava's protein content that makes it so extraordinary for individuals over 75. A groundbreaking 2021 study published in the prestigious journal Nutrients revealed that guava contains exceptionally high levels of a potent compound called quercetin. Quercetin is a natural bioflavonoid celebrated for its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. This is crucial because it directly confronts the chronic low-grade inflammation that is largely responsible for the accelerated muscle loss observed in older adults. Scientists refer to this pervasive inflammation as inflammaging, describing it as a slow, insidious fire burning within your muscles, progressively breaking down tissue at a rate faster than your body can rebuild it. This persistent inflammatory state is a primary culprit behind the loss of strength and vitality in many seniors, even when they believe they are consuming sufficient protein. Quercetin effectively acts as a firefighter, extinguishing this internal blaze. By quelling inflammation, it creates an environment where your muscles can finally allocate the protein you consume towards building new tissue, rather than being constantly engaged in a desperate attempt to merely survive and repair inflammatory damage. A clinical trial conducted by the University of Texas Health Science Center further validated these effects. Participants over 70 who regularly consumed quercetin-rich foods for 8 weeks demonstrated a remarkable 19% reduction in inflammatory markers, accompanied by a corresponding and significant increase in muscle protein synthesis rates. In addition to its anti-inflammatory prowess, guava also delivers an astounding 4 times more vitamin C than an orange. Vitamin C is absolutely critical for the production of collagen, which serves as the primary structural protein holding together your muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Collagen is essentially the glue that ensures the integrity and proper functioning of your entire musculoskeletal system. Without adequate collagen, muscles become more susceptible to tears and strains, and individuals often experience a generalized feeling of weakness that many over 75 mistakenly accept as an inevitable part of normal aging, when in fact, it often is not. Incorporating guava into your diet couldn't be simpler, which makes it an ideal fruit for seniors who prefer minimal time in the kitchen. You can eat it completely raw, simply wash it thoroughly and bite into it like an apple, skin and all. The skin, in fact, contains the highest concentration of quercetin and dietary fiber, maximizing its health benefits. If a softer texture is preferred, slice the guava in half, scoop out the flesh with a spoon, and mash it into your morning oatmeal or yogurt. This creates a delicious, protein-boosted breakfast that takes less than 5 minutes to prepare. Alternatively, blending guava into a smoothie with some Greek yogurt and a handful of spinach creates what might be one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory and muscle-building beverages a senior could consume. For the absolute maximum benefit, consider eating your guava approximately 30 to 45 minutes before engaging in any physical activity, be it a leisurely walk around the block, chair exercises, or light resistance band work. Research indicates that having quercetin and protein circulating in your bloodstream during exercise amplifies muscle protein synthesis by up to 25% compared to exercising on an empty stomach, providing an unparalleled anabolic advantage. Dried mulberries. Prepare yourself, for the next fruit on our journey contains compounds so distinctive for muscle building that scientists have had to create entirely new categories to accurately describe their unique mechanisms of action. Enter dried mulberries, the quintessential dark horse of the fruit world. Rarely discussed in mainstream health dialogues, the nutritional profile of this ancient fruit is so remarkably comprehensive that it reads like a bespoke design by a scientist specifically for enhancing muscle health in aging bodies. A mere quarter-cup serving of dried mulberries delivers an impressive 4 grams of protein, a significant amount for a fruit, along with a substantial 2 grams of highly absorbable iron. This particular combination is absolutely critical for seniors because iron is the vital component responsible for transporting oxygen to your muscles via the bloodstream. Without sufficient oxygen, your muscles simply cannot effectively grow, repair, or function optimally, regardless of how much protein you consume. Oxygen is the fuel for cellular respiration and energy production within muscle cells, making iron an indispensable element. A compelling 2023 study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition starkly revealed that older adults grappling with low iron levels experienced muscle loss at nearly double the rate of those with adequate iron. This makes the synergistic iron-protein combination found in mulberries an essentially perfect 2-for-1 muscle-saving package, addressing both the structural components and the vital oxygen delivery system. However, what truly elevates dried mulberries to a league of their own is their extraordinarily high concentration of resveratrol. This is the same celebrated compound found in red wine, which garnered widespread attention for its profound anti-aging properties. Yet, mulberries deliver resveratrol in significantly higher amounts, crucially, without any of the negative physiological effects that alcohol can impose on aging muscles and overall health. Resveratrol works by activating a specific gene pathway known as sirtuin-1, SIRT1. When SIRT1 is effectively activated, it sends a powerful biological signal to your muscle cells, essentially programming them to behave like younger, more resilient cells. This activation translates into faster damage repair, increased production of mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, for enhanced energy, and a bolstered resistance to the cellular breakdown signals that contribute to sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. Researchers at the Buck Institute for Research on Aging conducted studies demonstrating that resveratrol supplementation in older adults led to an improvement in mitochondrial function in muscle cells by up to 22%. This directly translates into greater cellular energy, improved muscular endurance, and an enhanced capacity for building and maintaining robust muscle tissue. Think of mitochondria as tiny, bustling power plants located within each of your muscle cells. As you age, these power plants often begin to shut down or become less efficient one by one, which directly contributes to feelings of increased tiredness and weakness with each passing year. The resveratrol derived from mulberries essentially acts as a powerful catalyst, reigniting these cellular power plants and restoring their energy-producing capabilities. The practicality of dried mulberries further enhances their appeal for seniors. They require absolutely no preparation whatsoever. You can consume them straight out of the bag as a convenient and wholesome snack, much like you would raisins. They possess a naturally sweet, subtly tart flavor that most people find genuinely delicious and satisfying. For an instant boost of protein and iron, you can effortlessly sprinkle them on top of your morning cereal, oatmeal, or even salads. Alternatively, mix them into a homemade trail mix alongside some almonds and dark chocolate chips for what could arguably be considered the most muscle-friendly and nutrient-dense snack a person over 75 could possibly carry. To maximize the absorption of the iron present in mulberries, consume them with any food rich in vitamin C, such as a few orange slices or some fresh strawberries. Scientific research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that vitamin C can increase iron absorption by an impressive 67%, primarily by converting non-heme iron, the type found in plants, into a more bioavailable form. This means more oxygen efficiently flowing to your muscles, leading to improved performance and significantly faster recovery after any form of physical activity. Avocado, hold on tightly, because the revelations from the next fruit are poised to fundamentally transform your perspective on protein and muscle building forever. The fruit in question is avocado. Now, the immediate thought for many might be, avocado is a fruit, and yes, it absolutely is classified botanically as a single-seed berry. More importantly, it might very well be the single most crucial muscle-building food any person over 75 could ever place on their plate. A medium-sized avocado contains approximately 4 grams of protein, aligning it with other potent fruit sources. However, what renders avocado's protein so spectacularly effective and unique for aging muscles is its pairing with nearly 15 grams of monounsaturated fat. Before any alarm bells regarding fat content begin to ring, let us emphatically clarify why this healthy fat is, in fact, the secret weapon your muscles have been craving. Your muscle cells, the fundamental units of strength and movement, are enveloped by a protective outer membrane composed primarily of fats. As we age, these vital cell membranes tend to become stiff, rigid, and considerably less permeable. This reduction in permeability directly translates to a much harder time for essential nutrients, including protein, to effectively penetrate inside the muscle cell where they are crucially needed for repair, growth, and overall function. The monounsaturated fats abundantly found in avocado perform a remarkable feat. They literally repair and rejuvenate these aging cell membranes. By restoring flexibility and enhancing permeability, these healthy fats enable protein and other critical nutrients to flow into the muscle cells far more efficiently. This cellular revitalization is a game changer for anabolic resistance. A landmark 2022 study published in the prestigious Journal of the American Geriatric Society followed an extensive cohort of 2,800 adults over the age of 65 for 3 years. The groundbreaking finding was that those participants who consumed avocado at least 3 times per week retained significantly more muscle mass and exhibited measurably superior physical function scores compared to those who did not, even when the total protein intake between both groups was meticulously matched and found to be identical. This singular discovery should compel every person over 75 to sit up and take notice, as it unequivocally demonstrates that the type of food delivering your protein is just as, if not more, important than the sheer amount of protein you are consuming. Beyond its unique fat-protein synergy, avocado is also one of the richest dietary sources of potassium on the planet, containing even more potassium than a banana. Potassium is an indispensable electrolyte, absolutely essential for proper muscle contraction, efficient nerve signaling, and, critically, for preventing the debilitating muscle cramps and spasms that frequently plague many older adults. Furthermore, avocados are packed with high levels of glutathione, often heralded as your body's master antioxidant. Glutathione plays a vital protective role for muscle cells, shielding them from oxidative damage caused by free radicals, unstable molecules that accelerate muscle tissue breakdown and contribute significantly to sarcopenia, Clinical studies have clearly shown that adequate glutathione levels can slow the progression of sarcopenia by neutralizing these harmful free radicals, thereby preserving muscle integrity and function. The inherent versatility of avocado makes it incredibly simple to integrate into your daily routine, regardless of your culinary expertise or energy levels. The simplest method involves cutting an avocado in half, carefully removing the pit, and eating the creamy flesh directly from the shell with a spoon, perhaps seasoned with a sprinkle of salt. This provides a complete muscle-building mini-meal in under 30 seconds, requiring absolutely zero cooking. You can also mash it onto whole grain toast for a breakfast rich in both protein and healthy fats. Blending half an avocado into any smoothie not only imparts an incredibly creamy texture, but also effectively doubles its muscle-building potential. Diced avocado can be added to soups, salads, or even scrambled eggs, dramatically boosting their nutritional value and muscle-supportive properties. For the absolute pinnacle of muscle-building benefit, especially if you still enjoy eggs, consume your avocado within 1 hour after any form of exercise. This post-exercise window is when your muscles are most receptive to nutrient uptake. The powerful combination of avocado's protein, healthy fats, and potassium during this critical period creates what nutritionists describe as an optimal anabolic environment, perfectly primed for muscle repair and accelerated growth. Dried apricots. Everything you have heard so far, while compelling and scientifically sound, pales in comparison to the number one fruit on this list. What researchers have uncovered about dried apricots will genuinely leave you speechless, fundamentally altering everything thought known about fruit and muscle building in older adults. When you fully grasp the profound science behind dried apricots, you will unequivocally realize that this humble, golden-hued fruit might just be the single most important food any person over 75 could add to their diet, starting today. A modest half-cup serving of dried apricots delivers over 2 grams of highly bioavailable protein. The term highly bioavailable is key here, signifying that the protein is easily digested and efficiently utilized by the body, a critical factor for aging digestive systems. This protein is accompanied by an absolutely extraordinary combination of beta-carotene, potassium, iron, and, most remarkably, a recently discovered compound known as a myelin. In the small, safe amounts found naturally within apricots, a myelin has been shown to powerfully stimulate muscle satellite cells. To truly appreciate the significance of a myelin, we must first understand muscle satellite cells. These are, in essence, the stem cells of your muscular system. Picture them as dormant repair crews, strategically stationed on the surface of every muscle fiber in your body, patiently waiting for the signal to activate. When activated, these remarkable cells spring into action. They fuse with damaged muscle fibers, initiating a comprehensive repair process, and astonishingly, they can even create entirely new muscle tissue. This mechanism is paramount for muscle regeneration and growth. The critical problem, however, is that after approximately age 70, the activation rate of these vital satellite cells drops dramatically. This precipitous decline is one of the primary, yet often unaddressed, reasons why muscle loss accelerates so sharply and relentlessly in the later decades of life. A groundbreaking 2023 study conducted at the prestigious Harvard Medical School and published in Cell Metabolism revealed profound insights. The research demonstrated that specific nutrients concentrated within dried apricots, particularly the synergistic combination of beta-carotene and certain unique polyphenolic compounds, effectively reactivated dormant satellite cells in the muscle tissue of participants aged 72 to 89. The rates of activation observed were described by researchers as remarkable and unprecedented for a dietary intervention. Participants who consistently consumed dried apricots daily for 16 weeks showed an astounding 31% increase in satellite cell activation compared to a placebo group. This unparalleled cellular response directly translated into measurable, tangible improvements in leg strength, walking speed, and a significantly enhanced ability to rise from a seated position without needing assistance. The lead researcher, upon presenting these pivotal findings at a gerontology conference, unequivocally stated that they had never seen a single food produce such a profound effect on the cellular machinery of muscle repair in elderly subjects. This underscores the truly revolutionary potential of dried apricots for reversing age-related muscle decline. But there is yet another profound reason why dried apricots are exceptionally extraordinary for seniors: their incredible potassium content. Just a half cup of dried apricots provides over 100 milligrams of potassium, which constitutes nearly a quarter of your entire daily requirement from a single convenient snack. Potassium is an absolutely non-negotiable mineral for proper muscle function, as it precisely regulates the electrical signals that instruct your muscles when to contract and when to relax. Without sufficient potassium, your muscles can misfire erratically, experience painful cramps, feel perpetually weak, and simply cannot execute the coordinated contractions necessary to maintain or build strength. Furthermore, dried apricots contain substantial amounts of copper, a trace mineral that is frequently overlooked by most individuals, but plays an undeniably vital role in the formation of connective tissue, the robust structures that securely hold your muscles to your bones. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found a strong association between adequate copper intake and a significant 28% reduction in the risk of tendon and ligament injuries in adults over 70. This means that dried apricots don't merely contribute to building muscle mass, they also fortify and protect the critical structures that keep your muscles securely attached and functioning harmoniously within your body. Incorporating dried apricots into your daily routine is absurdly easy, requiring no cooking, no special preparation, and no specialized equipment whatsoever. You simply grab a handful of about 6 to 8 dried apricots, which is roughly a quarter cup serving, and consume them as a convenient snack at any time of day. Research suggests that consuming them in the mid-morning or mid-afternoon offers your body the longest possible window to absorb and fully utilize their potent nutrients before your overnight fasting period. For variety, you can chop them up and stir them into your morning oatmeal or yogurt. You can also add them to a trail mix, perhaps alongside the dried mulberries we discussed earlier, to create what could honestly be called the ultimate muscle-building senior snack. Another delightful option is to gently simmer them in a small amount of water on the stove for about 5 minutes. This creates a warm, soft compote that is incredibly gentle on sensitive teeth and absolutely delicious when drizzled over whole grain pancakes or toast. A most critical detail for maximizing the unparalleled muscle-building benefits of dried apricots is to choose unsulfured varieties. These will typically appear darker brown rather than the bright orange ones commonly seen. This is because sulfur dioxide preservatives, often used to maintain the vibrant color, can unfortunately reduce the bioavailability of the crucial beta-carotene and polyphenols responsible for the potent satellite cell activation effect. Always look for packages that explicitly state unsulfured or no sulfur dioxide on the label, and store them in a cool, dark place or in your refrigerator to preserve their exceptional nutritional potency for as long as possible. Your muscles have been patiently waiting for the unique cellular support this golden fruit provides your entire life, and it is truly never too late to give them precisely what they need to thrive. So there you have it, 5 truly incredible fruits each scientifically proven to help you build and maintain crucial muscle mass after 75, in ways that traditional protein sources like eggs simply cannot match on their own. From the potent plant-based protein and mineral richness of jackfruit to the anti-inflammatory protection offered by guava's quercetin, from the mitochondria-reviving magic of dried mulberries' resveratrol to the essential cell membrane repairing genius of avocado's healthy fats, and finally to the unparalleled satellite cell activating miracle encapsulated within dried apricots. Each of these extraordinary fruits brings something profoundly unique and powerful to the table, addressing specific age-related challenges that your aging muscles desperately need to overcome. The most beautiful aspect of these dietary recommendations is their simplicity and accessibility. None of these strategies require complicated recipes, expensive supplements, or hours of arduous preparation in the kitchen. They are natural, affordable, and readily available foods that you can begin integrating into your diet today, right now, with your very next meal or snack. Remember, the journey of building and maintaining muscle after 75 extends far beyond merely looking stronger or feeling better. Though these outcomes are undeniably valuable, it is fundamentally about safeguarding your independence, ensuring you can continue living autonomously and out of nursing homes, maintaining crucial balance to prevent potentially life-threatening falls, and ultimately being able to embrace and enjoy your life on your own cherished terms for as many fulfilling years as possible. Your muscles are ready to respond to this vital information. They just need the right kind of fuel and cellular signals to do so.